Another thing for body care, please, I have always preached this and I always maintained that before pregnancy. Do not be that person that sponges with hard sponge daily or twice a day. That's the recipe for disaster. If it didn't catch you before you got pregnant, during pregnancy to humble you because your skin gonna be getting darker. It's a wrong practice and I never adopted it. So when I'm even talking about all of these are occasional things. I remember to use this once or twice a week. Most times I use my fluffy sponge or body washcloth. I ordered one from Temu like 2 months ago and it was a really nice one. I used to use the one from Better Home and Gardens. So you just get a nice fancy washcloth if you need to use something, or you just bath with only soap. I do more bathing with only soap. I bath with only soap and get out of the bathroom. On days I really want to concentrate, then I use my exfoliating sponge, and then randomly I use my fluffy sponge or washcloth. Very important. These are important things. So I also added this is another preemptive thing I added. I was like, I'm getting that. Like I said, there was a point my skin body brightness dipped, and that was when I got the dang. That was when I got the dang. Okay, that was when I changed my butter, and then I added Dr. Teal's. Okay, so the butter was doing more of the stretch mark prevention, body suppleness thing going on. And this was a very good option for a nice lotion that isn't bleaching, isn't like an acid, isn't steroidal, safe for pregnancy, but will still help. And it has cocoa butter, shea butter, and all that as well. So I think the major ingredient here is the orange peel oil and vitamin C that makes it brightening. So the evenness in my skin also improved for the last trimester because I was able to think and say, let me get this. So using these two, on the body while having my butter, my oil, guys, they cannot go and it's still plenty. So this one, we are using it till I'll be using it selectively when the baby comes. So, but yeah, this is really good. Also good for dry skin. If you have this ashy skin, it helps with that. Of course, sunscreen. This I ended up transitioning to this permanently throughout the pregnancy, like this particular product of sunscreen. You can use any sunscreen that is good. I love it and it worked for me throughout and I'm still using it, carrying it to the hospital. Sun protection will keep you from so much trouble during pregnancy. It helped me my first pregnancy and it hasn't disappointed me this time. It's even before my pregnancy when I'm not pregnant. Still, this even skin you see, if I was using all that, I was using the annual, I was using azelaic acid, using bright and clear, and I wasn't sun protecting, it might be in vain, unfortunately. So trust me, get a sunscreen that you like that doesn't leave a white cast. It's on my skin right now, no white cast. It even gives you an added glow, a little sheen. If you don't mind. I know some people are obsessed with matte skin, whatever that is. But this will give you a little sheen and will still get the job done. So sun protecting throughout, double up in your last trimester because you're more prone to getting a mask of pregnancy then. I also when I my last simple ran out, or I think I still had the simple, whatever. I tried the Dang everyday gentle foaming cleanser, and now this is all I use. Now that sometimes only once a day I even shower, I just use my foaming cleanser gently. This is so, and I'm happy that I get to use it postpartum because I'm not doing anything crazy. Like it doesn't have any um like acid, so you just it has rose water, rosa rugosa, flower extract, beta glucan. It's a very simple foaming. I love how it comes out. I need to even demonstrate so you guys can see. Can you see? Like using it is so fun because it's kind of just foaming, and it really gets off the dirt on your skin, but it's not. I won't say it's perfect and squeaky clean like this one, but I just felt my skin needed something else after I ran out of this. I just said, let me focus on, just keeping, maintaining my barrier and not disrupting anything after all the work I've done. So, dang, everyday foaming cleanser is very good for pregnancy. She has other, I think some more vigorous cleanser, and of course, other brands are out there. But this one has been good to me in my last trimester. Okay. And on some days, I just use my good old Dove. Yeah, I use my Dove. I also use my Sebamed for quite some time. I think I started using Sebamed in February, and it kind of finished maybe late July into August. So I had that going on. So acne was under control. My dear ones, acne was far from me. So using this dank now, what I would just say is I'm going to add a cleanser to this now that I'm entering postpartum to prevent me from breaking out, because my last postpartum I broke out. So I might just preemptively buy Sebamed, and maybe I'll just get something else, watch out for the video. So, but yeah, this is what I'm currently using. This is my face. So today's routine like this. It was this and sunscreen. This is how I go out most days. I can use vitamin C serum. I can switch vitamin C serum, and yeah. So the last product, I think that's the last one I'll talk about. I also now added in my last trimester, or approaching my last trimester, is my good old Aquel. Oh, you guys, like, know I love Aquel so much. It's licorice water, like literally licorice water. Everything else there doesn't really count. It's just like you're using licorice water on your skin, and it is pure, it is fresh. And so the rationale behind it was this was finishing, this was also running out. I need to stay on my brightening. You see how intentional I am. I'm not just buying up, I'm not panicking. Don't panic. I don't panic. I don't need to. And I was not also trying to do damage control. There was no damage. I already knew what's up. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go and buy Anua all over again. Anua has done its thing. The glow is already blinding enough. And I'm not using this one. I'm not using any fancy cleanser. So Aquel licorice water pH balancing is also helpful for the acneic site and the oil. So this is like a 3-in-1 where you get to control oil, your skin barrier, and still brighten. The brightening is crazy, and it's not really like you're using one concentrated serum. So this is like aside my night cream, my bright and clear. This is like my brightening routine right now. Literally, this is like my solid brightening routine right now. Just these two, and you can see for yourself. This is a 40 weeks pregnant woman. Literally, this is how I look. So yeah, I'm so happy I added this, and it's finishing so far. I don't know if I'm drinking it or somebody's using it with me, but I'm going to buy another one sharp sharp. So you have to also think ahead, like when the baby comes, you don't want to have anything on your skin that will come to contact with the baby's skin and irritate the baby. So you don't want to use something too harsh. You can get harsh cleansers. Yeah, you can get strong cleansers. At least that one you wash it off. But what you want to leave on products should be mild and tolerable until further notice, at least that newborn stage. So this is staying, and like I said, we'll get into that. I'm already practically in the postpartum stage, because once this baby is out in the next couple of hours, my mind has drifted to postpartum. So sorry if I'm drifting. But yeah, that's about it for pregnancy. That's about it for pregnancy. And I hope I've been able to inspire you guys to practice, you know, the right skincare approaches. Don't over scrub, use oils and butters. So I was not ashy throughout my pregnancy. I did not have a black face, black neck, all those things. The places I can say were a bit darker were my armpit and my intimate area, and that was late pregnancy when it's like this is hormonal, like the activity there, but everything else from the crown of the head to the sole of my feet. This is exactly how I look on the day I'm going to have my baby. So I want you guys to know it is possible. And if you need me to guide you, I'm your guy, I'm your go-to. Because the truth is, you can just go and buy the product and try to reenact what I've explained so far, and it might not go the exact same way for you. Your skin type might be different. You might even benefit from something else. So you still need a skincare consultant. However, I've put my skincare routine out there for you guys. If you want to try it, I'm sure you won't go wrong. And of course, if you're not yet pregnant, make sure you start to build that consistent skincare routine. Anything that isn't working, this is the time to experiment. If you have a child, I mean a baby inside you, you don't want to start experimenting with product. I didn't experiment. All my decisions were informed, okay, and I wasn't panicking. Like I said, there was no panic. There was no panic. I observe and I do what is necessary. So that's the place of power you need to be in, and blind your enemies, okay? Don't let pregnancy show you shaggy, okay? And please marry a fine boy. Marry a man with good genes. Marry a man that doesn't drink or smoke, so that you can have also good genes in your pregnancy, because these men are the ones that put us inside trouble most times. So if you're planning to have a baby or if you're trying to get married, look out for the gene pool so that the person will not make you ugly in your pregnancy. I'm just saying. That's by the wayside. All right, guys. I think I've done justice and I'm running late. So we'll meet postpartum by His grace. In Jesus' name. Amen.